Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HOTFIX. Today we're going to be talking about gaming account theft, but we've got a very special guest, Mr. DaveChaos.
Hello.
We've also got Mr. Kirioth as well. We tried to get rid of him, but he sort of just tagged along.
I'm everywhere, like a. I need
Disease.
some bad smell, but that's a bit harsh on myself. So I'm going to say that.
Right, so I've got a little tale to tell. So I've actually had one of my gaming accounts hacked in the past. And what we're going to do is, Dave's got a very special story as well. He'll go into his story. I'll give you my story first, and then we will sort of throw out some tips and lessons that we've learned from this whole crushing experience. So we go back quite a few years, and I was playing World of Warcraft. I think this was around about the Burning Crusade era. It was whenever the authenticators had just come out, because I used to have one on my account. I got kind of bored with it being on my account. It was taking ages to type in the bloody code. So probably like quite a lot of people out there, I decided to get rid of it. I was like, no, I don't want this, so I got rid of it. I then jumped into my car. This all happened in the same day, by the way. I drove up to Mr. Kirioth's house to show him my new phone. What was it? What phone did I have? It was a HTC something.
Yeah, was it a wildfire or something? I can't remember.
Desire? I can kind of remember Desire. I don't know. It was a HTC phone, and I was like, yeah, look at my phone. And I says, oh, look, you can go on the internet with this. And I showed him the web browser. And there is my character in the armory. Like, because I was loading up the WoW armory thing. He's got no equipment on. And Kiri's looking at me, and he's like, well, what's going on here? And I'm like, must be a bug. Must be a bug. Well, it wasn't a bug. It must be a bug. It wasn't. You see?
I remember that
laughing at me.
being quite funny, because like you were saying it's a bug, and I was like, I don't recall any bug that leaves you with like a shirt and nothing else on the armory. I don't recall seeing that before.
What was it? What is it? Did he just have like the tabard on or something? He just had one item on, didn't he?
yeah.
Just the tabard.
Oh my god.
I've had the same with a World of Warcraft account as well. Similar sort of thing.
Well, so I get home, right, and Kiri's like, yeah, we're gonna do some leveling or something or whatever. So I load the game up, and I'm like, bloke, I've got no gear. It's like, oh dear. I was like, I mean, they let me log back into my account, which was kind of nice of them. Like, they didn't change the passwords or anything, but I had nothing, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Like, this was a character, I'd played for some time, and I just. It was like everything had collapsed on me. I'm like, I cannot believe this. This has just gone bad. But Blizzard support did help me out, and they did restore it pretty quick. But, I mean, like, questions arise. It's sort of like, where did they even get my details from? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll let Dave go into his story. We'll go into the lessons learned later on at the end of this. So, Dave,
okay.
That's quite the tale.
My Steam
Okay.
Steam story. I don't even know. I start from the beginning, right? So I'm just sat there, playing PlanetSide 2, and I think I rage quitted because I got killed too many times. So I think I stood at a Sunderer and we got blown up. Just literally just respawned, and the Sunderer blew up and I died. So it was like, right, fuck it, I've had enough. But as soon as I come out of PlanetSide, I'd noticed this message pop up from Steam saying, "You've logged in elsewhere." And I was like, "Oh right, okay, what the fuck's this all about?" Immediately, red flags. Oh shit, what's going on? So I log in online, thinking to myself, right, the first thing I need to do is change my password immediately. So I've logged in onto the web page, and
Yeah.
To my surprise, you can't actually change any of your account details on there. You have to do it all on the client, which is a fucking failing on Steam's part, big time. But anyway, before my very eyes on the online account, it tells you that you've got a verified email address, and it changed right in front of me from my personal email to somebody else's email.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh shit, this is going down. So I'm frantically looking around the website trying to find out where the fuck do I reset my password, before it's gone. I found out later you can't do it on the website, you've got to do it for the client. But luckily, and this is damn lucky, I got the guy's email, If I hadn't logged in online, I would never have got it, and I would never have done what I did. So,
oh yeah, no, that is right, isn't it? Because you would have been looking at the account thing, and it changed, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's
yeah, obviously.
jammy,
I'm flicking around the website,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and once the page refreshed, this new email's popped up. What?
Copy and paste that.
Yeah, cut and paste. So I was like, straight away, I knew what had happened, because obviously I've been logged out. I couldn't get logged back in on the Steam client, so I knew that the account had been stolen. So straight away I jumped on Twitter. And I was like, right, everybody, this email address, this bastard has just stolen my account. And I need as much information as we can drag up about this guy. So that was it then. You know, I've got like 10,000 Twitter followers. So we've got a potentially large population of people looking for this guy's email address on Google. And myself and a few other guys on my TeamSpeak were straight on Google hunting around. I'm not going to drop any names. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. And I'm not going to drop this guy's name either, obviously, you know.
Yeah. We've got some sort of professionalism around it.
Yeah. Of course we have.
Of course we have.
But anyway, that was it. So I had the guy's email, and from there, we literally found everything about him. I mean, literally everything. I'm talking, I found his street address. I found his full name. I found his Twitter account. I found his Facebook. I found his dodgy business selling fake Adidas gear. Was
he a UK guy?
No, he's actually from Spain.
Yeah.
So I found it was all Spanish. You know, Google Translate helped me with a lot of stuff. But he had a page on Facebook for his dodgy Adidas gear, as well as this website that he was using. He was using some other website, and from that, it had his mobile phone number on his business page. So I started gathering up all this information. And have you ever used the tool on Google where you can take a picture and search for that picture?
No, I've never used it, but I know what it is.
Oh my God.
Drag and drop it, image search thing.
Yeah. So we found his Google Plus, and on his Google Plus he had screenshots of Steam accounts, and I'm talking Steam accounts with every single game, everything. It was amazing. Every game on this one account, and it was all like, you know, sensitive information was blacked out. But he had this one particular picture of sales that he's done, and people giving him decent feedback, saying, "Oh yeah, I've just bought this account for him, and he had a lot of games. Only paid €100. He's all kosher. Everything's great." And he had this list of names of people saying that, you know, you can trust this guy, you can get an account from him, basically. So we put that image into the Google image search engine, and it came up with this dodgy website, which, lo and behold, had hundreds of posts from this one guy selling lots of stolen accounts. So from there, I took all this information and I emailed him. I sent him an email. Oh man, it was brilliant. At first, he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Steam is. Who are you? Blah blah blah." As you'd expect, I was like, "Yeah, whatever. You're not fucking playing that game with me." Because the dumbass, his Gmail email that I had was linked to his Google Plus, and his Google Plus had images of Steam on it. So obviously I emailed back like, "Look, listen dude, I know you know what Steam is," and linked him to his own profile. So then he starts panicking, and he emails me back, and he's like, "Oh my god, how the hell did you find this? Blah blah blah." I was like, "That's nothing." So I emailed him back, and I basically said, "Oh, really polite about it." I said, "Right, let's just get this straight down to the brass tacks. You give me my account back, and I'll be happy." And in that email, I linked his name, address, his company details, his own phone number, and I also Googled his local police station and just tagged that in just in case he didn't quite get the message. Now, we all know that his local police station would have done fuck all about this, but this guy was so dumb not to cover his tracks on the internet about what he was doing that I knew it would shit him right up, and it had the desired effect. He was instantly emailing back saying, "Oh right, okay, I'll get this sorted out. What do you want your new password to be?" And lo and behold, I got my account back.
The thing with this, right, is that I'd have thought you'd have to have some sort of, you know, technological savvy, some kind of know-how to not have the one email address linked to absolutely everything to do with your illegal activities. What the hell?
Exactly. I knew as soon as I found this guy's Google Plus from his email, because it was all linked up, I knew this guy was an idiot. He was not tech savvy at all. It made me laugh as well because on his Twitter profile, his Twitter profile said something like, I really enjoy exploitation of computer stuff. It was all in foreign, it was in Spanish, so I'm just like going off what Google Translate was, but that just made me chuckle.
It's all about the exploitation, but not about actually covering the fact that he's done it afterwards.
Yeah.
So what about Steam support? Did you contact them?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, straight away. It was one of the first things I did before I realised that I could find out everything about this guy from his email. I got all the Steam support, and what are we on now? We're on Tuesday. I contacted him Friday night. I've still not heard from him.
That's quite bad.
So,
that is bad.
I think now...
Well, I mean, obviously, if you compare that back to my example with Blizzard, they literally sorted me out the same day, so that is pretty bad.
I said earlier, I had one of my Blizzard account got hacked within minutes of me having the key taken off, like yourself. And I got my account back within the hour. I was speaking directly to a GM in game within the hour and got all my items back. Whereas Steam, still not bloody heard from them. It's been 4 days now.
So, that's terrible, that is. I mean, especially with the amount of money in Steam accounts, far in excess than any Blizzard account, even if you've bought every goddamn mount or whatever off their store.
Oh, I know.
I mean, it's just, oh my god.
I've had a Steam account since beta, so my account is an old account.
Oh, mine's donkey's old. Yeah, mine's like, oh my god. You can check, can't you?
Yeah, you can check.
I'm trying to check.
You can check my Steam profile. You can see how old it is, and I've probably got about £2,000 worth of games on there. So to me, it was quite valuable. And that guy was only selling it for €100.
It kind of shows as well that people don't care. I mean, there are a subset of people who do not care where they get stuff from. I mean, no one could look at a Steam account full of 500 games and go, "Oh, selling it for €100. That seems legit."
Yeah,
it's something for nothing, ain't it? Basically.
Yeah. I mean, some of the to-ing and fro-ing between me and this guy, at first he was trying to play the dumb guy, and after I proved to him that he knows what Steam is with his own screenshots, he was trying to pretend that he'd just bought it. But I knew that I'd literally just been logged out because it logged in elsewhere, and then literally seconds later the email address changed to his, so I knew for fact that it was him, And that brings me on to something else. It was... I think I mentioned it actually. I found this list of names, and I googled that, and I found that it was him. Even the account he uses to resell the stolen accounts was registered to the same email address to the one that I was emailing, even though he was trying to say, "Oh, I've just bought it," but he's actually the one who's reselling these accounts. He's a scumbag.
Definitely. I mean, what I find frightening about this is the fact this guy, you're a YouTube channel, yeah? So obviously we can relate to this, and obviously people watching this as well can relate to this. You've got a massive Steam account. You do not want to lose the Steam account.
No.
If your Steam account gets hijacked, you're going to go and get your Steam account back. But not everybody is in that situation. If they're having to depend on Steam support to pull the finger out their arse and get on with it, it's like they're not doing it. Account would... I mean, how would they... that is terrible.
Yeah,
that is terrible. I honestly expect better off Steam. I hope it never happens to me, but I do expect better off Steam. That's just terrible.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got games on my Steam list that I'm currently doing series on. So if I hadn't got my account back right now, that night, I should say, I'd be stuck in a lurch. Okay, I've got Minecraft because that's separate. But, if I had a well-known ongoing series, I would have been screwed. I would have been without videos for 4 days now. And how much longer is it going to take them to get hold of me?
And if it got really bad, you'd have to take the plunge and basically buy it again, which would then mean getting another Steam account, which is then at risk of being stolen again because Steam support apparently just cannot get back to people. And it's like a horrible circle, isn't it? It just could keep going on and on and on.
I think this would bring us to the next thing, really, on how this actually happened.
Well, it is. This is the... Yeah, it would. It's like how has this happened? In my case, as far as I can tell, with the World of Warcraft example, I was a bit silly and I was using the same email and password combination. So it was a Gmail account at the time and a really shit password. But because I had the authenticator on my account, I thought it was okay. Well, of course, I removed the authenticator and almost immediately, instantly got hacked as a result of that.
Yeah.
I was sort of naive enough to think that's not going to happen to me. But okay, so what forums was I on? I was on MMO Champion. I was on a couple of other WoW-related forums. So if you think about it, forums, I know from speaking to certain people who are very savvy in the whole forum database thingy and all this stuff. It's kind of easy to hack forums and pull databases, pull tables out of forums, and get information on logins, emails and passwords and stuff like that. Or even just get their email and then try and brute force the password and do all kinds of mad stuff.
That's it.
So I think that's probably what happened with me in terms with my WoW account. And that's like, how do you get around this? Well, obviously, number one, I would say, always use authenticators. Do not take them off your account because you're like me thinking, yeah, fuck this. It's taking too long to add this in. Yeah. So I learnt my lesson there straight away. I was like, right. So I've got authenticators on absolutely everything I've got now.
Yeah.
I think you need to use different passwords. It is the way to be.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
Like,
well, the other thing as well is the different passwords thing. It's not just different passwords. If you can, use a different email address. Because if you're on a World of Warcraft forum, whether it's an official one or whether it's somewhere else, if that gets hacked and they see your email address, the assumption is going to be that you play World of Warcraft because you're not going to be signed up to a game-specific forum for shits and giggles, are you?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be there because you want to read about the game. And so the logical assumption is they clearly play the game.
Especially,
at which point, it's just a go-to thing, ain't it?
Yeah, especially people like us, we're in the public eye, so we're doing YouTube videos and, you put your email out there for people to contact you. So I certainly don't use my public email for logging into games. I've got a personal one for that. But the whole forum thing, you're right. The whole reason my Steam account it's not even hacked, really. The Steam forums got hacked about a year ago, and their username, logins and all that crap all got public. And like a dumbass, I used the exact same login for the forums as I did for my Steam account. So it's a failing on my part. But what I don't understand is your secret question. You shouldn't be able to change your email address without answering the secret question. And I don't believe that's got anything to do with the forums. Yet this guy somehow, obviously he must have picked up my login details from when the Steam forums got hacked, and he's just been going through a list, or he's got a program to do it for him, and it'll just flag up and say, right, this one's available. He's logged in, but he still somehow got past my secret question, so I don't understand how he's managed that one. But it was again a failing on my part because I had deactivated the Steam Guard, the new Steam Guard, and the reason I did it was because I got two computers, and it was a pain in the ass because Steam had a bug where if you didn't when you authenticated a computer, it wasn't remembering that computer, and every time you logged in, you had to re-authenticate. So I was like, being lazy. Oh man, I can't be asked doing this every time. I'll just switch it off.
That's it. It's being lazy. That is the problem with this. How many games are out there? How many forums are out there? Are you using the same password on Reddit, on friggin' Facebook, on WoW, on bloody StarCraft, on whatever, on all these different games? You've got that many to log into. You're not going to sit there and have different passwords for each one, but you really need to. You need to.
Yeah, you do.
So if you're watching this and you're like, okay, I've got one password that is for everything, you need to change that, and you need to change that now. That is the main thing. You need different emails, different passwords, and try and use an email address that isn't exactly like, out there in the public or whatever for your gaming accounts.
Yeah. There is actually something that you can get to help with this. This is something I saw on, I think it was the Gadget Show, like maybe a year or so back. There's an application you can get for pretty much any smartphone now that basically presents you with a grid of letters and numbers, and each line is like red or yellow or blue or purple or whatever. And it's basically just a password generator / reminder. You don't enter them in, automatically off the phone. Just take your phone out. So say you've got 8 game subscriptions. Each of them has got a different password. Well, you just set the password as to the first 6 letters of any one of these lines, and then you just associate a colour with the game. So it's World of Warcraft. Oh, that's yellow. That's the first 6 letters of that line. Yeah. Something simple like that. It sounds simple, but unless someone else has got access to that, it's all complicated stuff that you don't have to remember. Yeah. It's there that only you
It doesn't matter how you get your password, does it? All that matters is you just got to think to yourself, is it worth that little bit of extra time to make sure that your massively expensive Steam account is probably going to be that bit much safer? It's like,
Well, I look at...
listen up, guys. Oh, go on, Dave.
I was going to say, I look at my Google account, and that's got 2-step verification. I have to. I do YouTube videos. If somebody got into my
we were
Google
about
account,
this earlier, weren't we?
we would be screwed. Somebody uploading porn, your account would be banned. You know, some crap like
Deleting
that.
the bloody channel.
That's it. You know, and
Oh.
clear out all
dear.
your videos, and that's it. You know, your YouTube career is done, and that is it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I recommend definitely. The only way they're going to get in is if they manage to steal your mobile phone from you and also know what websites you use at the same time, which is very unlikely. Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to throw this over to you guys. Have you been hacked? If you have, then let us know in the comments below. If you've gone crazy like Dave and hunted him down and got back what is rightfully yours, then let me know as well. Because crazy stories like that, they are always interesting. And I think we'll leave it at that, chaps. So make sure you subscribe to Dave. The link to his channel is below in the description. And I command you to go and subscribe to it. And I think we'll catch him next time. Command him. Do it now.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
No worries. So, yeah, I think we'll take our leave. Toodaloo, people. Toodaloo.